The deep has always been a cradle and a grave, and tonight, it gives birth once more. Beneath the churning chaos of the Pacific, a colossal shadow stirs. 5 points of light ignite in the darkness eyes, ancient and terrible. The very sea begins to glow, heralding a return that was only ever whispered in myth. In a state-of-the-art research facility, Kale Draven and Dr. Mira watch the world unravel on their holographic screens. Seismic readings are off the charts. Deep-sea scans show the impossible. It's her. The readings match the serpentine records exactly, Myra says, her voice strained. All 5 signatures are active. Kale's face is a mask of grim understanding. 5 heads, 5 elements. Tiamat has awakened. As if on cue, a piercing alarm shatters the tense silence. An immense energy surge erupts from the Pacific Trench, displayed in stark red on the main hologram. The rift is widening. Pressure is off the charts. Myra shouts over the din, "Shut the core sensors, pull the feeds back." To Kale stops, his eyes locked on the monitor as it flashes with a blinding, world-breaking white. He whispers, his voice barely audible, "She's coming," and then, she does. From the heart of the ocean, a shape of impossible scale breaches the surface. 5 dragon heads, each a nightmare of elemental power, burst forth in terrifying unison. Wings, vast as molten continents, unfurl, and the very sky catches fire. She is the mother of chaos, Tiamat, the storm of the abyss. Her firehead speaks, its voice the sound of crackling worlds. At last, air upon my scales, worlds to burn anew. The waterhead follows, a voice like the crushing depths. The ocean remembers me. It sings my name, but it is the dark head that sends a chill through the cosmos. But another breathes still. The broken king. Lightning rips the sky as she ascends. A living storm that blots out the moon. In New Gaia City, life grinds to a halt. Citizens spill into the streets, their eyes drawn upward to the strange crimson auroras painting the night. Sirens wail, a futile cry against the incoming apocalypse. That's not an aurora, it's moving. One person screams, another points, their hand trembling. That's wings. Those are wings. Above them, Tiamat soars, a goddess of destruction. Every flap of her immense wings sends shockwaves cascading through the city, shattering windows and shaking foundations. The sky bleeds fire, the oceans churn, and every living thing on the planet remembers what it is to feel true, primal fear. In a military command center deep underground, Commander Rail slams his fist on a console. "We have confirmation target, codename Tiamat. Initiate Project Ashfall. I want all orbital weapons ready in 90 seconds. An officer turns from his station, his face pale. "Sir, she's too large to lock onto. She's affecting gravity itself." Rail's jaw tightens, then aim for the center of the storm and pray. High in the stratosphere, humanity's greatest weapons pivot into position. Blue energy gathers in the barrels of orbital cannons. They fire beams of pure plasma spear down through the clouds, striking Tiamat's wings in silent, brilliant explosions. The firehead lets out a sound that is half roar, half laugh. Children throwing stones at the sun, she roars. And from all 5 mouths, torrents of elemental fury erupt. Fire, ice, lightning, acid, and shadow engulf the plasma beams, consuming them, twisting them, and redirecting them downward. Below, entire islands ignite, consumed by their own redirected defenses. Back in the observation deck, Kale and Myra can only watch in horror. "They're only making her stronger," Kale yells. "The heat is feeding her firehead. We have to call them off." Myra begins, reaching for the comms unit. A burst of static answers her. "This is command, control systems are." The voice crackles and dies. The signal is gone. Kale stares at the static-filled screen. She's disrupting our technology, rewriting the sky. Miles away, on a remote mountain ridge, Kale and Myra stand in a designated safe zone, watching the horizon burn. The thunder isn't thunder, it's the heartbeat of a dragon. "If she's awake," Myra says, her voice trembling, "he'll come too, won't he?" Kale nods, his gaze lost in the fiery spectacle. Rex Magnus. He'll feel her presence, he always did. As if summoned by his name, the ground begins to tremble violently. Rocks tumble down the mountainside around them. "What now?" Myra cries out, and then they hear it roar, deep, ancient, and resonant. It echoes not just across the mountains, but through the very bones of the earth, a roar that promises retribution. Kale's voice is a whisper of pure awe. He's answering her. On the volcanic plains of ash, a different kind of titan stands. Molten veins glow through his nigh impenetrable scales. His eyes burn like twin suns. Rex Magnus, the broken king, the hunter of gods, lifts his head. He looks toward the horizon, and Tiamat's fiery glow is reflected in his ancient eyes. The roar that once shattered heaven echoes again. A low growl rumbles in his chest. A single hated name, Tiamat. He takes a step forward, and the planet's crust cracks beneath his colossal weight. High in the Pacific sky, Tiamat halts her ascent. Her 5 heads turn as one toward the east, as if hearing a challenge spoken across continents. The Earth's head speaks, its voice like grinding stone. The ground trembles. He rises. The firehead snarls in anticipation. Then let it burn again. She beats her wings, and the resulting shockwave blows away entire weather systems, clearing the stage for their ancient conflict. In an old metro tunnel converted into an emergency shelter, Kale and Mira huddle with the few survivors who made it underground. The lights flicker. Children are crying. A frightened survivor looks to Kale, desperate for answers. Is it true, Kale? Is that the goddess from the old world? Kale shakes his head, his face etched with weariness. She's no goddess. She's entropy given flesh. Mira looks at him, her own fear palpable, and the other one, Rex. Kale looks up, a pained expression crossing his features. Rex, he was meant to protect the balance. But now I fear they'll destroy it together. In the volcanic desert, Rex Magnus emerges from a thick mist of ash. His second roar splits the horizon, and moments later, it is answered by Tiamat's piercing scream from across the sea. Though miles apart, lightning crackles in the air between them. When gods remember each other, the world itself becomes their messenger. At military command, chaos reigns. We have 2 targets now. Commander Rail shouts to his frantic team. One inland, one over the ocean, and they're converging. An officer looks up from his console, his eyes wide with terror. Sir, if they meet, we don't have a planet left to defend. Rail makes the only call he can. Then we move everyone we can underground. Evacuate everything. Protocols are now in full effect. Go. Tiamat continues to climb, breaching the stratosphere. Her wings seem to stretch across continents, and with each beat, burning feathers fall like meteors, streaking across the sky. Fire from heaven, blood from clouds. The prophecy is being fulfilled before the eyes of a terrified world. Let him find me, Tiamat's airhead whispers on the solar winds. Let our war end this age. Far below, the clouds themselves twist and churn, forming her sigil, a 5-headed circle of flame. Back at a mountain observatory, Kale frantically scans the burning sky with high-powered binoculars. Myra monitors the instruments beside him, her hands flying across the panels. Her energy output it's incalculable, she says, aghast. She's feeding off the planet's magnetic field. Kale lowers the binoculars, his expression grim. She's turning the planet into her nest, and he's walking right into it. What are you going to do? Mira asks, though she already fears the answer. I'm going to find the heart, Kale says, his voice filled with a desperate resolve. If I can get to the core chamber before they collide, maybe, just maybe, we can stop them both. Kale, you'll never make it there in time. If I don't try, he cuts her off. Shouldering his pack, there won't be any time left to have. With that, he steps out into the burning night, a lone man against the fury of gods. High above, in the silent cold of the stratosphere, Tiamat spreads her wings to their full, terrifying extent. The sky erupts in auroras of red and gold. Far below, Rex Magnus steps onto the coast, his massive feet sinking into the sand. He looks up, his eyes meet hers. For the first time in millennia, the 2 primordials gaze upon one another. Long have you slept, broken king. The dark head of Tiamat hisses, the sound echoing across the globe. Rex Magnus answers not with words, but with a roar of pure, untamed rage that travels through land and sea, shaking tectonic plates. Tiamat's firehead accepts the challenge, its voice a triumphant, devastating cry. Come then, let the earth burn, and be reborn. And so, the heavens themselves caught fire. For when gods meet again, the world is but kindling. Thanks so much for watching. This was a massive episode, and the next one is where it all goes down. Make sure you're subscribed or followed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss episode 7, when Titans meet. We'll see you then.